See this face? This is not the face of a happy woman. I am so pissed at that fucking dentist. It's not really the dentist, because the dentist is good, which is why I go back to him. It's the motherfucking office. They don't schedule shit right. When they fucking scheduled my shit, they said an hour and a half. I was like, look, bitch, I ain't never got in and out of here in an hour and a half. And she said, well, that's the time allotted for the actual procedure. I was like, So I get there at 9 o'clock. I don't fucking, I gotta sit there behind everybody else who's like in front of me. Or I don't even know what time their appointments are, but they're already fucking sitting there. And so I must have sat there for half an hour before I ever even got to a chair. And then they start prepping me. The doctor's numbing me to pull this tooth, the bad tooth. So I'm thinking he's gonna do that first. Fucking shoots me in the jaw, like, I friggin' can't stand it when they friggin' shoot me in the goddamn jaw. It's just like, ugh, my whole jaw, I can't even open my mouth. It hurts so bad. I'm so pissed. So, he starts prepping me. He's like, we're going to put that crown on number 15. I said, what's number 15? He said, the one on the upper left side. I was like, what? Upper left side? We ain't doing shit on the upper left side. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, well, that's what insurance approved you for. And I was like, I don't have any insurance. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So then they have to go to the office and they have to figure all this shit out. Like, well, what the fuck is the office talking about? So the office didn't even schedule me for the correct amount of time to be in the chair. And I was like, ugh. I said, no, we're doing this tooth up front. We are pulling this tooth. I was debating whether or not I was going to pull this one over here. But I decided against it because I didn't want to pull a tooth on each side of my mouth. And then I couldn't fucking eat. And I was like, no. I said, do this tooth in the front and pull this tooth. And there was a problem with the gut when he was cleaning my teeth. And they were doing a cleaning. And there was a problem when he was cleaning my teeth with the gum right here. And it, like, he ended up numbing it. It was so bad. And I was like, what is going on right here? And he says, I don't know. And he was like, I think what happens is when you brush, like, you brush this way, and you come around the front, and then you switch sides, and then you end up missing that little spot right there. I was like, whatever, dude, I don't know. He's like, I guess there's food stuck. I guess he said something came out of there. I guess it was food. I'm like, you guess it was food? What the fuck else am I putting in my mouth that would get stuck in my gum other than food? I was like, what? Are you serious? Ugh. So I'm there. Got there at 9. Didn't get out of there till 12. And they told me, well, we're going to get your partial ready, but we're short-staffed. We're missing 2 people out of the lab. Blah, blah, blah. We're not going to be able to get the partial ready until 1. And I was like, okay. And this was like way earlier in the appointment. Well, I didn't get out of there until 12. So I said, screw it. I'll go to McDonald's, get some lunch, come back, pick up my partial. And before I left that office at 12, I said to the lady, is that partial really going to be ready at 1? Yes, it's going to be ready at 1. Are you serious? It's like legit going to be ready at 1? Yes, it's going to be ready at 1. I was like, okay. Whatever. So I went to McDonald's. I come back at 1. They fucking make me wait behind all the other people that were sitting there before I got there. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Because I have been here since 9 a.m. I should be able to get in before them because all I need is for them to stick the damn partial in my mouth, adjust it, and get the hell out of there. I shouldn't have to wait behind those assholes that had an appointment at 12:31 or whatever time their appointment was when I was there at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, ugh. So I sat there for 15 minutes and there were still people in the waiting room. I went up to the lady. I was like, look, I got to be at work later. I don't have time for this shit. I said, is that partial ready or not? She said, well, I just got a message from the back that said the partial's not going to be ready for another 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, I've been sitting here for 15 minutes. Now you're telling me it's going to be another 20 minutes before the friggin' partial is even ready. I was like, when I asked you at 12 if that fucking partial was going to be ready at 1, and you swore up and down that partial was going to be ready at 1, no. I get there, and I'm only going to be ready to what? 15 plus 20, 130 or beyond 130 or whatever. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm out of here. I will fucking deal with this parcel later. I said, do I have to make an appointment to come back and get this goddamn parcel? And she was like, no, just call us when you're on your way. We'll fit you in. I was like, whatever. I'm just... Then I go to the fucking pharmacy. Motherfuckers, I was like... And I asked them specifically before I even hand them the prescriptions. I said, do you have these? So I can't drop them off. And then they come back and say, oh, sorry, we don't have that. No, okay. So I said, do you have these? They said, yes, we have these. She said, do you need them today? I was like, hell yes, I need them today. And I was like, she's like, what time do you want to pick them up? I'm like, no, bitch. What time are they going to be ready? Oh, 4 or 5 o'clock, probably. I'm going, what the fuck? What's going on at the damn pharmacy? It's not going to be ready until 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm already going to be at work. By the time I get out of work, the fucking pharmacy's going to be closed. I'm like, whatever, bitch. I was just like, just fucking fill it. I'll deal with this shit later. I'll deal with the fucking Tylenol and fucking ibuprofen bullshit. I'm just like, I told them when I made the appointment a week ago, I said, look, I do not have all day. I have to be at work on Friday. How long is this going to take? An hour and a half. I've been fucking with this shit all day, and I'm so pissed. Man, I friggin' need some fucking emotional rest after going to the dentist. Him shooting me in the jaw fucking 20 times because I get numb, and then I go, and the numbness would go away because he's fucking with some other part of my mouth. He's like, oh, now we're going to do the cleaning. Why the fuck did you numb me on this side if you weren't going to pull this tooth first? Why did you bother cleaning a tooth that you were going to pull? It's like, dude, the hell's going on over there? I don't know. I was just like, fucking beside myself. Man, dentistry is a fucking racket. It is a fucking racket. It's just some bullshit. I could drop a fucking $1,000 in there, and they can't even get my fucking partial. All they gotta do is add one fucking tooth to that partial. That's it. That's all they had to do. They very quickly, when I got there, adjusted it so it would fit back in my mouth. All they had to do is just do a little drill. Zzz. They stuck it back in my mouth. It fit perfectly. All they had to do is add one fucking tooth to that partial. They could have made that a priority. No. I was just like... I was just livid. If I ran a business like that, like fucking, I mean, you see this vein in my head? You see, I got fucking veins in my head. That's, yeah.